Have you ever had to uproot your whole life and move cities? Well, I did. My freshman year of high school. Hi, I'm Sarah Holzmer, and I'm going to tell you about a time I thought I was finally not at the bottom of a high school, and then I had to move cities to a city where the high school only had 3 grades. So that meant I was at the bottom again. This experience impacted me and my high school years and molded me into who I am today. Having to uproot your life and go from a school where you knew everyone, from elementary to middle and then to high school. It made it very difficult for me to adjust to a new school my sophomore year. I'm here today to tell you that you are not alone. These people, although we're new, we also should feel welcomed. We, as new students, should also feel like we are important. We, as non-new students, should include the new students. Switching schools affected my friendships, my grades, and made me feel like I was an outsider. I had never had to do anything really out of my comfort zone, such as meeting all new friends. My parents decided it was best to switch cities, going from where I knew almost everyone to a city I had no idea about. I didn't know the area, and I definitely didn't know the people. When you're in your freshman year of high school and you're at the bottom, going through the halls, trying to find those familiar faces, those people you grew up with, that was my comfort zone. The new school I was going to be at only had 3 grades. So once again, I would be at the bottom of a high school. My new school, a school I didn't know anyone at. I couldn't see those familiar faces. My friends, they no longer existed in the hallways. I was completely out of my comfort zone. Everyone would talk to each other, but no one would talk to me, or that's how it felt. All those friends I once had were just a mere memory. I had no way to communicate with them. I was in a completely different city. On top of switching schools, I went from having 6 classes a day to having 4 classes a day. I learned really quickly that each school taught things at different rates. I had to take classes that the new students I was with had already taken. This affected my grades. I hadn't had a lot of time to learn what we were currently learning because they were already introduced it in previous years. I also didn't have any friends to ask for help. I was also shy and didn't want to single myself out by asking the teacher how to do something because I didn't know how to do it. So I struggled with my grades. You know, when you're in class and your instructor tells you to get into groups. Well, I was always the last kid chosen. And it was mainly because they needed a third person in their group. This made me feel like I was an outsider. Not because I was truly an outsider, but because I was so shy, I was making myself the outsider. I wasn't talking to anyone, and no one welcomed me into their groups. Looking back, I wish I was more outgoing. I wish I had talked to the kids I didn't know. I wish I had talked to the teachers and told them I didn't know what I was doing. This would have not made me so isolated. I was already at the bottom, and that already gives you insecurities. Having this experience made me who I am today. It makes me always want to be that person who makes the new person feel invited. It makes them feel important. Because that's definitely not what I experienced. If you are the person moving schools, just know At first, you may feel like an outsider, but as you talk to people, you will realize that we are all the same. We were all once new students in a new situation, trying to find our way. We all just want that communication, and we all just want new friends. We as students should also come out of our comfort zone and ask for help, because keeping quiet will not help our grades, especially if you don't know what you're doing. Although new, we should all be welcoming to everyone. Uprooting your life and moving cities in between grades doesn't mean your life is over. There are new people coming in and out of your life every day, more than you even know. Including everyone is important because we all need friends. Remember, there is only one of you in this entire world, and you matter. Thank you for being here, and have a wonderful day.